How's it going, everybody? I have my 2003 Dodge Ram 2500 with a Cummins turbo diesel. Here it is right here. This truck has 174,000 miles on it. And I've been noticing it has just a little bit of a hard start. And also whenever I give it a little bit more throttle, let's say more than 50% throttle, and I'm accelerating, it kind of bogs down a little bit. I read that can be a few different things. One of the first things that I read it could be is this piece right here. That is the pressure relief valve in the common rail. This is a high pressure common rail fuel injection system. So I'm going to start out by replacing that. I bought a OEM one, which is by the brand name Bosch. It's made in Germany. Another possibility of what could be causing my low fuel pressure at more throttle could be the fuel control actuator, which is, well, this is the high pressure fuel pump, and this piece right here that has this wiring harness connector to it right down there, this piece, that could be the problem as well. So I went ahead and bought both. Both are OEM Bosch. The whole entire fuel system on this vehicle is by Bosch. So both of them are made in Germany. I always like to buy the OEM parts because you know that's what's on the truck to begin with, and you know you're getting high quality parts that are guaranteed to work on this truck. So first I'm gonna try and replace the fuel pressure relief valve, and let's see if that works. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so taking a closer look at the common rail. Again, this is the part we are concerned about right here. And the wiring harness, there's a plug that was in there, which is this one right here, and then there was one connected in there. So I just went ahead and did a quick disconnect of each of those plugs just so I can get a little more room to get access to this banjo bolt right here. And of course, before you take off this banjo bolt, you need to make sure that the fuel pressure is completely bled off. My truck is set overnight, so mine will be fine. But this is very important that you make sure the fuel pressure is bled. This banjo bolt is a 19 millimeter. Just crack it loose. Just like that. Now before you completely take it off, you want to be very careful because there is a washer between the banjo bolt and this line right here, and then there's also one underneath it. So take it out with care and do not lose those washers because you will be reusing them. Here's the banjo bolt, and here's the other washer. Let's set these to the side for now. All right, next I moved the fuel line out of the way, just had to wiggle it a little bit. Now I'm going to take my 24 millimeter socket, my deep socket. All right, let's crack this loose. There we go. Just in case you guys are wondering, here's the part number, Bosch. And here's the old one I took out. This one says Bosch on it as well, 030306. I'm assuming that is a European date. So this was manufactured in 2003, which is the same year as my truck. So, and it being a Bosch, that leads me to believe that this is the original pressure relief valve. I've already opened this package before, but I'll show you guys the new one. It was in a plastic bag, and then in the plastic bag it was wrapped like this. So this is the new one that I have. This one says 190913, and then like I said, this one says 030306. So like I said, this one was probably made in 2019, and this one looks like it was made in 2003. So like I said again, this is probably the original one. So with 174,000 miles on my engine, it's definitely time to change it. All right, let's just get this new one screwed in here. All right, here we go. Tighten it down to 74 foot-pounds. There we go. Excited to get this on because with it being original, hopefully this will really help it out. There aren't very many wear items on these Cummins, like they don't need much maintenance, but whenever they're high mileage, this is definitely one of the things to check if you're having hard starts or if you're having low pressure at the fuel rail. This is definitely a good thing to replace. Very good maintenance item. I would definitely want to go cheap on it too. There's some cheapy ones like on eBay and stuff. I would definitely stick with OEM because I heard that those cheapy ones on eBay don't last but, you know, a year or so. So if you want it for the long run, a quality part, this is what you want to go with. All right, I cleaned up the fuel line just a little bit, just wiped it down with the rag. Gonna kind of bend it back. Take my banjo bolt right here. This already has the top washer on it. And then I have the bottom washer. Gonna place those and tighten down the banjo bolt. All right, so I have the banjo bolt with the two washers in there. Now this one is a 19 millimeter again, and it is torqued down to 18 foot-pounds. And that's it. Well, there you have it, folks. A installed brand new Bosch pressure relief valve. Let's go ahead and plug these two wiring harness plugs back in and start the truck up and check for leaks. All right, let's check for leaks. No leaks. Got the NV 5600 6-speed. $174, 855 miles. Alright guys, I hope this video helped you out. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. I do have a couple more projects on this truck, so please stay tuned for those, and I'll catch you in the next one.